The Sydney property where a serial killer slaughtered 2 people is sold for $1.8 million. A Sydney cottage where a serial killer slaughtered 2 people, including his former girlfriend, on Valentine's Day almost 25 years ago has reportedly been sold for $1.81 million. Lindsey Robert Rose shot dead Fatma Ozanal before stabbing his former lover Kerrie Pang to death and setting fire to what was then a massage parlor. The Flagstaff Street property in Gladesville is now set for the wrecking ball after it was purchased last week by the owner of a neighboring property, realestate.com.au reported. The contracts of sale had notified buyers of the deaths in the property. Under New South Wales law, real estate agents must disclose material facts including a violent death which could affect a property sale. The site is likely to be combined with the neighboring property to create one commercial site. Rose, a former hero paramedic, brothel owner, drug dealer and private investigator, was responsible for the deaths of a total of 5 people in Sydney. He shot dead Bill Kavanagh and Carmelita Lee in their home in 1984 after an altercation. 3 years later he stabbed Renette Holford more than 30 times with a screwdriver after allegedly attempting to rob an apartment. He remained a free man as police could not find the culprit. He then murdered Ms. Pang and Ms. Ozanal at the Gladesville property on Valentine's Day, 1994. Lindsey admitted to his crimes when being questioned by police, who described him as an absolute clinical psychopath, and he was sentenced to 5 life sentences without parole. The Gladesville address is one of a string of properties across Sydney up for sale that have a grisly past. The Greenwich house where a mummified body was discovered among years of accumulated rubbish has been cleaned and put on the market for $1.8 million. The home belonged to Bruce Roberts, a reclusive hoarder who died of a heart attack in July 2017, almost a year before the body was uncovered. The mummified body was identified in June as Shane John Snellman, a small-time criminal who would now be 55 if had he lived. He is believed to have died of a gunshot wound. Police are still investigating the possibility that Roberts was living with Snellman's corpse for as long as a decade. Also up for sale is a 3-bedroom terrace on Kippax Street, Surrey Hills, where an elderly woman's body lay decomposing for 8 years. Natalie Jean Wood died at the age of 87 of natural causes and lay unnoticed on the floor of her bedroom until her body was discovered when police searched her property in July 2011. The property was then boarded up until it was sold in 2016 for $1.1 million, before it underwent a renovation. It is up for sale again with a reported price guide of $1.5 million.